No chickens. I'm surprised you still eat chicken.
Oh yeah.
Go get them buns.
It's not going away. I gotta eat a little chicken. And them biscuits. That's what's up, though. Nails.
Thank you. I'm gonna get them done fresh for school though when school starts.
Oh, yeah? That's true. One time. Welcome to the Huddle. Happy Sunday, good people. We got my man Charlie P in the building.
One time.
Mr. Tucker back.
Good, how y'all been?
Special guest.
Alyssa from Tutor Me This LLC.
Thanks for coming through.
Absolutely.
So, before we get started, let's learn a little bit about you. So, tell the fellas in the world, a little bit about you. They already know your name, so, you're a teacher and...
So I'm currently an educator in Prince George's County Public Schools, but I also own a private tutoring service called Tutor Me This LLC, wherein we staff teachers from Prince George's County, Washington, Virginia, pretty much all over the DMV, and we service children in their home. So part of the greatness about it is that you're getting an actual person who's in the classroom coming to your home once a week to work with your child. So
that's what's up.
Thank you.
What's the levels, age range? So is it?
So we vary across the board. The youngest client I think we have right now is I think he's 4. And the oldest set of kids that we have right now, they're in high school. Okay. So we kind of go across the board. We're not college level yet, but we're getting there. We're almost there.
So you say you staff teachers. So how do you recruit the teachers from the different schools?
Believe it or not, social media has been the new wave, I would say. Okay. So if I go on our teacher groups, on social media, and I just kind of find them out and, get a little background on them, ask me to send me the resumes, have an orientation, get to know them a little bit more. But a lot of it has been through the blessing of social media.
Wow.
That's what's up.
Great. So I sent you my resume, and you said, what do you look for in the resume?
I look for where you currently live. I look for where you currently teach, what teaching experience you have. And ultimately, the resume isn't the end-all be-all, if that makes sense. I like to have an in-person, face-to-face orientation so I can kind of get to know my teachers and see whether or not they'd be a good fit for Tutor Me This.
Okay, we're going to do a quick little go to the sports. Go ahead, JB.
So what made you want to do the tutoring? Like, what made you, I know you're a teacher, so what made you want to transition to do that too?
To be completely honest, student loans started kicking my butt. And I had to think to myself, okay, I got myself into this mess, and what can I do with my degree and with what I know, and kind of not only make a difference, but, you know, help get myself out of debt, so to speak.
Question. So we have students that may struggle in math, English, or history. What do you actually focus on?
Okay, so most of the time when I go to a consultation, the parents have an option. Okay. So they can tell us, you know, what my child's, you know, struggling in math, or they're struggling in reading, or I need them to have help with their homework. And so that's built into their contract. So the parent has the option to get 30 minutes of homework help, 30 minutes of reading, or 30 minutes of math.
So you said contracts. How long did the contract last? Is it a 6-month or a year contract?
One of the benefits of signing on with Tutor Me This is that we don't hold you to a specific amount of time. If at any time you decide that, you know what, this isn't for me, I can't keep up with the payments, or I'm satisfied with the service I've received, you can cut ties.
As soon as I take my SATs, I'm out of here.
So is it any, for example, do you test the students out, or how do you know if they progress, and do you look at their report cards? Or
so when progress reports and report cards come out, that is my Christmas time. So I literally look and see, you know, is this child doing well, or you know, do they need some adjustments? We have some kids on our roster that are seeing us twice a week, and once we look at their report cards, it's kind of like, maybe we could scale this back a little bit to once a week. Okay. We have had kids who their grades were so good that they kind of not tested out, so to speak, but we kind of decided to see services just because they were where we needed them to be. A lot of parents choose to keep up with it, not because their children are failing, but because their kids are starting to do so well. They just want to maintain that. So
off camera, you told me about so many successful stories.
Sign up.
So tell us about some successful stories.
There's so many. No. Let's see. We have kids who are on our roster who are diagnosed with autism. Who are making straight A's and honor roll in middle school. We've had kids who, believe it or not, to be diagnosed with a learning disorder is considered a success, so to speak, because ultimately parents come to us and they're like, well, what's going on? I don't understand why they're not catching on. And through a few months of just using us, it might be like, you know what, there's another conversation we need to have. So just learning that your child may have a disability can be a success in itself. We've had kids who were invited into tag programs and tag middle schools. Wow. We've had kids who've gone from below grade reading level to above reading level. We've had kids who were diagnosed with emotional disorders who were failing in school, who are now top of the class. Teachers are writing notes about their successes. It's been a lot across the board.
You need to put your number out there.
Let the people know.
Information out there again.
So I want to know, you said the DMV, Maryland, Virginia, DC, right? So which area has the better students? So far, let me say that, so far, we have seen that those students who have stuck with the Tutor Me This services area. No, it's hard to say because I don't really want to say that this area of the county is terrible or this area of, I really don't want to say that because it's all in the students and it's all in the parents. If you're doing work at home, your child is going to be successful. If you realize that it doesn't just start and stop at school, then your child is going to be successful. It doesn't matter if they're in Southeast DC or up in Howard County. So those are the best too, is what you just said. That's what because I do homework. I do book reports. I did me and Jada did the volcano thing. So can you do you know when the parent did the homework versus
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As long as we both get the A, it doesn't matter.
And that's what it seems like. It's more for the parent, but we know.
So with the tutoring, do you also, I guess, not leave homework for the parents, but like give them little like takeaways for them to also do some more work besides that one day a week that y'all... Absolutely
not.
No?
And the reason for this is because tutoring is supposed to be an extension. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be meaningful. We don't want to put that added on stress onto the child, believe it or not. We suggest to parents, we recommend to parents that, you know what, you all might want to do some extra work, but we don't like to leave work for the kids. It's just, there are studies that have been proven that, or rather have negated the fact that homework is beneficial for a child. These kids that are doing 2 and 3 hours of homework a night are not really benefiting in any way. We don't want to add to that. So we try not to give any homework.
Well, not really homework, but like just little like tips, like
absolutely. We suggest tips all the time, and I tell people the biggest thing that you can do with your kids, and believe it or not, is simply read to them every night. That's like the biggest thing. Kids learn so much between character settings, plots, problem solution by just you reading and having a book discussion with your child.
Leading to another question, because Carl said for tips. So if I'm sitting at home working with my daughter and I can't figure something out, can we call you? How can we reach your company?
So my email address is tutormethis1@gmail.com. I've had plenty of clients and friends of clients who've sent emails, who've had questions. They'll send me snapshots, send me pictures, to kind of just say, hey, I have a question about this. And I tell people all the time, even if you're not directly a client of ours, if I'm someone who can answer your question and it'll take me all of 5 minutes, then why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So
She just basically wants your phone number.
As my daughter going to 9th grade, there's going to be some questions with algebra, so I might need to reach out to you.
Absolutely. And you can reach us at 240-593-0672.
That was too fast.
You got it.
240-593-0672. And usually, if you don't speak to me directly, then you'll speak to my voicemail, but we usually get back within 24 hours.
Okay.
What's the number, child?
I have no clue.
You need to sign up too.
It's not for me.
So how many people do you have now working with you?
Okay, so I staff currently is about 30 teachers. And like I say, they're all over the place. They're in Maryland, they're in Virginia. They're kind of all over the place, and it's good that way because we have kids that are all over the place, and we want to make sure that our teachers are able to get to our students within a timely manner and at their convenience and the convenience of the parents.
You can pass on this question, but how do you pay your teachers?
Like I said, technology is amazing, and everyone gets paid via PayPal.
Like for their skill level.
Teachers, everyone's gets paid a flat base rate of $30 per hour.
Okay.
Yeah, how that shit? $30. I did 2 years of time.
So how do you review the teachers for their progress?
So it's not so much about the teacher, so to speak. Usually when a teacher comes to me, it's because they are truly interested in helping another child or helping someone else. And besides earning that extra money, that helps as well. But part of it is we look at the progress reports in the report card grade. I never want my teachers to feel like this is strictly on them, because it's not. 1 hour with a private tutor once a week is not going to make your child a straight A student. There's a little bit more that comes with it. So I can't necessarily say, oh, this teacher is doing their job. One of the things that I have and I really value is the relationship I share with the parents. So if a parent is telling me, look, I'm not, receiving services that are, what you said they would be, I'm not happy with them, then by all means, we need to make some changes immediately. And it could just be that tutor is not a good fit for that child, which does happen.
So are you manager or are you hands-on? Do you actually tutor as well?
Okay, so this will be the first year that I am not taking on any clients of my own. And just none. No, this year I won't. Strictly because I'm trying to expand. There's so many different projects that we have going on right now that for me to take on clients would be doing a disservice to the growth that I'm trying to create for the company.
So, Carl, do we need to renew your antivirus?
Yeah, I do need to renew, but
just
exit out. Yeah, because I ain't got it. I need to tutor a little bit so I can.
So before we get into sports, here goes my resume. we gonna do this live. We want how you that 30 an hour. What's going on?
So last question for you.
Yes.
Where do you? So what's in the future for Tutor Me This?
So I know that we're in the planning stages of in October, we're going to do a back to school ice cream social. It's going to be held at a local library. I'm not going to give out too much details as far as that yet, because I want to solidify everything. We also are releasing in the next 2 weeks a Tutor Me toolkit. So I don't know if you all are familiar with like Birch boxes and things like that. So women can get a subscription every month. So you send in $20, $10, however much they are. And every month they send you makeup, things like that. I don't think guys have anything like that, but women do. Anyways, so we're setting up a Tutor Me toolkit. So we're not going to do a monthly subscription. We're going to do seasonal. So this season is back to school. In your back to school Tutor Me toolkit, everyone gets a Disney book. You get pencils, crayons, pencil pouches, and then you get a set of playing cards. And you're like, Alyssa, what in the world playing cards? Like, what are we going to do with that? I send you 7 games. So these are mathematical games that you can play with your child at home. And the Tutor Me toolkit is only $20, and that includes your shipping and handling. And the next one will be a new year, new us, that's coming out in January. But for now, that's what we have. That's releasing soon, very soon.
That's what's up. That's what's
We
up.
have one as well. We call it Educational Modern Trivia. You know what I mean? And we send this out daily. Holla at your boy.
Speaking of Martin, today is the 25th anniversary of the first episode.
I knew that.
You knew that?
That's why I was already, that's in your subscription. Whatever.
I can dig it. Now we're going to dive into the sports. Oh, wait. You do have a book. Didn't you write a book?
I've written five children's books.
I remember one of them. So.
Yes. The one I'm most proud of, I would have to say, is Rain and Tanae and the Very Bad Hair Week. And it just teaches, coming from an African-American background, we all know as little black girls what it's like to have to get our hair washed and combed. And this book talks about that. It's about the struggles that she has with getting her hair and how she decides that she doesn't want to do it anymore. And at the end of the book, it kind of teaches a lesson that sometimes as children, we have to do things that we don't want to do, but it's for the best, it's for the best us.
So how do you find your publisher? Because I have a couple of books I'm sitting on that I want to release.
So I tell everyone, I sent out to so many different publishing companies, try to get people to represent me. And what I found to be the easiest and the most rewarding is to self-publish.
Okay.
I have an editor, I have a local printer, and all of this, was super easy to do. We're actually going to be, next summer, we're going to be piloting a program where middle school students will be able to self-publish their own books. So by the time they finish with this camp, they will have a works of their own that's going to be in the Library of Congress. It's going to have its own ISBN number, everything. So they'll be able to actually sell their books. So we're going to be piloting the program next summer.
Can Jada get in? That's my daughter.
Absolutely.
The book will go #1.
And I try to tell people, self-publishing, you can take that book and go anywhere. No one can take any royalties from you or any of that. So self-publishing.
You're at the libraries.
And because this tutoring thing has really flourished the way that it has, I regret that I have not spent more time with doing it. But now that I've come on this show, I feel like I'm going to have to now.
Yes.
Just because,
That's what's up.
Let's give her one more round of applause, man.
Thank you guys.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
My resume back.
So now we're going to dive into the sports. Do you watch sports?
Confessions. I am not a huge sports fan. However, I did watch the fight last night specifically for you guys. That was for you all.
Let's dive into that.
We're going to start with the fight first. We was going to wait a little second, but we're going to start with the fight first. So, fellas, what did y'all think of the fight last night?
Man, I'll let you start.
Did not watch it.
And why not?
Because it's overrated. The promoter, I know MayWeather was going to come in, get his 100, 200 mil, and just, when he came in with the mask, like a robbery, like I'm about to rob you guys for paying me all this money. So I was like, I'm glad I did not watch the fight.
Okay.
I'm going to take a moment.
JB?
How did you feel about the fight?
So because the teacher in me, I was rooting for the underdog initially. And it was because he was the underdog and because he was out of his element. I was like, as long as he made it up to so many rounds, I was going to be happy. We knew that MayWeather was good. That was never a question. But I was really just like, come on, MacGregor, just stay in there one more round. Only because how do you take someone who's used to UFC fighting and MMA fighting and put him in a boxing ring and expect him to perform at the same level as someone who's been doing this their entire life?
Preach, girl.
So I just felt like, it was a great fight only because I felt like it was something different. They put a little spin on it, so to speak.
Well, for me, because you want to go last. For me, started out good. I was like, all right, I'm gonna see, what's good. But after that third round, I was just like, all right, it's going downhill. We already know what it's going to be. And a couple people at the party I was at, I told them, I said, look, they're not going the whole 12. but they definitely not ending in 5 because MacGregor was like, I think he said he was going to knock him out in 4 or 5 rounds, which I knew that wasn't happening. But I also knew that it wasn't going to go 12 because all of Mayweather fights go 12 rounds because he don't knock nobody out. But because he was telling everybody it's not going to go 12, I knew they was going to, So it just, granted, hey, they got their money, so the goal was achieved. But for avid boxer fans, it wasn't what they wanted to see.
All right. So it's so many, there's so many takeaways from this. If you're a MacGregor fan, yeah, you mad that he lost, but at the end of the day, this is his first professional fight against arguably the best defensive fighter of all time. And he landed more punches than Pacquiao.
He did.
So he landed 111 punches. Pacquiao landed 81. That's the first thing.
Yep.
Second thing is he controlled the first half of the fight. Whether you wanted to say that was his strategy or not, it was awkward for Mayweather to try to box this dude because he was different. Like you said, his technique. Now, granted, his technique was terrible, but it worked. You like a tall kangaroo, and them up and them jabs, but at the same time, if I'm a fan for him, I'm proud of him. My first fight, I got the most money I've ever, whether it's UFC, MMA, whatever it was. He made $30 million out the door without sales or nothing. That's 3 times any UFC fight, first of all. So I don't care. I take the L, whatever I lose, because at the end of the day, we all win. So we both know it's going to be something when we saw them flying on the plane together.
Oh, yeah.
So cool. That's the first thing. Second thing, for the people that hate on Mayweather, how can you hate on this guy? It's a business. First of all, boxing been a business the last 20 years. But look at this. He is now the only or the third person to become a billionaire or make $1 billion worth of endorsements or, earnings off sports.
I'm not hating on Mayweather. I think he's a smart businessman, and everyone should take his model and use it to build their own business. Because yes, they plan everything completely out, going across the United States and promoting this fight. And at the last minute, so many people started buying the fight. Right. So I took my hat off to him.
Yeah. So answer this question. So the people that's real big boxing fans and like, man, I can't respect that. He fought a guy that never even boxed before for his 50th win. You know what I mean? I can't really respect that, which I get it. But let me ask you this. If you Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest player ever, right? Jerry Rice, arguably the greatest wide receiver ever. They give you $300 million to play him in basketball. Would you come out of retirement to play Jerry Rice?
Jordan, no. His brand too big than that. Jordan.
So, what would hurt?
No, so on that note, all the trash Mayweather was talking about why he didn't want to fight Pacquiao goes out the window. Because he was saying Pacquiao didn't deserve it. He wasn't ready. He hadn't earned it. But he gives a guy that's not even a boxer a chance. So that means Mayweather's full of shit and he just wanted that big paycheck.
Well, then there you go. He's full of shit and he got that big paycheck. At the end of the day, he got his 50 and he got paid.
But do you consider that the 50th win? Because he wasn't a boxer.
He
boxed in the ring, but
he was a
MacGregor,
professional boxer that earned $30 million.
I'm talking about MacGregor. It's not really an official boxer.
Where was he last night?
A showpiece.
So let me ask you this. Well, you didn't watch the fight. Y'all watched the fight, right? If he was boxing, let's say that was his 20th fight, and he trained, because right now UFC don't go more than 3 or 4 rounds, 5, whatever. If he trained and been boxing this was his 20th fight, do you think he would have had a realistic chance after you saw what he did last night?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what about Triple G? Triple G.
What's the number again to the team?
Say it. Okay, what about him? Okay, he probably mad. Like, okay, y'all sit and pay all this money for them, but we are true boxers.
Yeah,
So,
easy. But that's where the business coming to it. So when you come in the game, you're gonna have to earn your respect. But right now, Mayweather the biggest thing in boxing. So if he get in that stage, you're gonna want to see him. Now, granted, the better fight will probably be Canelo and Triple G.
Okay.
You gonna pay for that one? You gonna watch that one?
Definitely.
I'll be over there. What time you want me to come through?
Hey, we put it on live.
9:30. Let's do it. But I mean, the takeaways, I was a little disappointed in Mayweather as well. He was a little sloppy. Granted, he came back after 2 years. I thought he could have finished him a little earlier, and maybe they wanted to put on the show. But I was also excited. That's the best fight I've seen Mayweather have. Probably the last 10 fights.
10 fights.
Mayweather won pretty much the whole. He actually was trying to get it in. He was after the 4th round. He was the aggressor the rest of the fight.
So basically, you telling me, because I did not watch the fight, he is basically a show. Like, okay, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm just playing with this dude.
No, that's his strategy. If you got a power hitter and a guy that's known to be aggressive, just like the rope-a-dope, let him come out. Figure out his stance. What he gonna do? Take the a couple hits. And he got tired at like 5th round. He was tired. His stance changed. His hands dropped. Even though it's southpaw. Here we go. C-Talk, yes sir.
Yeah, he was tired.
Mayweather should have won.
He did win.
What? Which fight are you talking about, Cedar? He did win.
Yeah, I don't.
But the overall grossing, my man almost made $400 million.
Yeah.
Total. And your boy made 127 total.
Are you serious?
For a good fight. It actually was a good fight.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, Mayweather, they said he landed like 58% of his power punches, which is good for him because.
But against you say a non-boxer, so that's not good.
Oh, okay. My bad, Cedar.
Against a non-boxer, that's not good then.
I mean,
that's why I said it's kind of sloppy. For him to get off that many as their first time as a professional boxer against the greatest defensive, and then like the preliminaries before, the boy from B-More. What was his name? Davis?
Javante, something like that.
Slim defense was incredible. He made me want to get up and I was like, Slim gonna be a problem. Now, granted, he got stripped because he ain't make weight, but Slim gonna be an animal. So, I mean, it's so much more. I ain't gonna dive too much into this, man. It's politics behind it.
Now, should they have stopped the fight?
Hell no.
Exactly.
We need to see that man fall at the end of the day for Black Lives Matter, whoever you want.
So it's scripted. So you tell me it's a Don King back in the day move.
I mean, I guess so, but
because he definitely the last like 4 hits he did not hit him.
Yeah.
They did not land. Now he swung, but they ain't land. They was like that, and then the ref stopped the jump.
Oh man, so
he didn't even give him an 8 count, standing 8 count. Usually they'll give you a standing 8 count.
Yeah,
he didn't even give him a standing 8 count.
Scripted.
Now, what I heard was in the clause. So let's talk about the clauses. So one of the clauses was if MacGregor kicked him roundhouse, knee, uppercut, even though he was doing the hammer a couple times, any of that harmed Mayweather, he gets nothing. MacGregor will get $0.
Yep.
Oh,
Then they also said in the clause, because MacGregor is such a power force in UFC and MMA, they don't really want him to get dogged. So if he was about to fall, get knocked out or whatever, they wanted him to stop the fight. Now, if that's true, then cool. We saw that happen.
Man.
But the ref, come on, man.
So basically, again, it was scripted.
I mean, it had some writings on the wall.
Okay, so.
But now it opened up. You know what I mean? If you MacGregor, do you take this more serious because now you're getting bigger paychecks?
No.
Or do you go back into the ring?
The ring,
Nah.
But you making less money and taking more damage.
Yeah.
But
if he go,
not just that though, he held up real good against arguably the best boxer out.
Yeah.
You can't say that because it's scripted. You can't say that.
But even it was scripted in Mayweather's
Favor.
Yeah.
But it's scripted. You can't say that. Okay, I'm gonna throw a couple of punches. Like the first round, he threw 6 or 7 punches. Mayweather.
Yeah.
Okay,
But that was his strategy. It's not like it's just scripted. That was his strategy. He do that most all fights.
Yeah.
Mayweather really don't come out to the
so
3rd round when he figured out, all right, game time.
3 minutes, only throw 6 punches. That's what? A punch every 30 seconds? I just sit back and just wait and just throw one punch. Okay, 30 seconds,
Have
throw
you
a
seen
punch.
a Mayweather fight before?
Seen all of them.
That's what he do. The first round, that's what he do.
First 2-3 rounds.
He don't throw no punches for real.
I mean, I'm not hating on him. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he's a smart businessman. Except when he beat the women, but he's a smart businessman. Besides that,
If I'm MacGregor, I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna really take it serious, and I'm switching over.
Because everybody gonna want to fight him.
Yep.
The next fight, he probably can get the same amount of money. Let's say Pacquiao won't fight him. Or he fighting.
That'd be a good
Now
fight.
Pac-Man gonna knock his ass out.
Now everybody will actually watch that. They will. I'll pay for that one.
Cause you think about it, if I really train, you see he got some skill. So now if I really put the work in, I can go out there and really make my mark. And you already know MayWeather gonna back him with the promotion and all that stuff. So
Yeah, and he could be, we always like a bad boy. MayWeather was the bad boy, he was that face. Who's next? He's perfect to come in there
and take that spot.
Oh, you want to see these? I don't even back in my damn Milky Way. Nah. Yeah. I ain't got no hands. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems.
So what y'all feel about John Jones? Bama done failed another drug test. Should he just hang it up, or is he just done by default? Like he don't even gotta hang it up.
I feel sorry for his
So
brothers.
you saying who will get destroyed? See,
You think MacGregor get destroyed if he switch over?
cool. We'll get back to see when he come back. But
I
as far as James Jones, he done, man.
I mean,
John
if I was,
Jones, nah.
you got two brothers, I'll be mad. I'll be pissed. You got to test what? This your third time? Nah, dog. And you my brother, my blood, and first go around, all right, Slim, let it go. Second go around, hug you, love you now. Third, nah. He's done. He's
I mean,
done.
they already stripped him twice of the belt before. So now you already had that happen. Now you got this again. It's like nobody really gonna take you seriously to book fights or none of that no more now.
But that was your blood brother. I mean, he has two other brothers. So what would you say to him?
I don't know.
I mean, you call him up on the phone, bling, 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 bling. What would you say?
Next tale, that's it.
What would you say?
You messing that money up, bro. Was good.
I got my money, so what the fuck? What you calling me for?
Hey, that's what I'm gonna say. You messing that money up because
But I got my money, so what you want to do? You trying to see me?
nah, I ain't trying to see you,
What
dog.
did he get tested positive for?
It was I think it was some type of steroid.
Definitely was a steroid.
I don't like they ain't say what. At least the article I seen, they ain't say which one it was. They just said steroid.
You beat the drunken drive charge, hit and
That he
run
left
charge.
the scene
Yeah,
because he had drugs on him.
right. So that's your younger brother. What would you do?
I can't do nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, he a grown ass man,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the third time. So obviously, you know what I mean.
Would you seek him to say go seek help? He probably wouldn't seek help before. What would you do? You just
don't
wash
do
your
nothing.
hands?
You don't do nothing. Let his profession take care of it. You know what I mean? And go from there. You still love him as a family member, but what you gonna tell him?
Yeah, you still my man, but
I mean,
That
that's
you
your
ain't
blood
told him
brother.
before.
That's
What
your
you-
blood
What
brother.
haven't you told him before?
When you see me, what would you do? Would you smack me up?
Nah.
Would you just hug me?
You know for kicking ass.
But his brother's bigger than him.
don't matter.
Punches hurt.
Yeah.
I told you I was Milky Way back in the day.
You just basically like, what would you do? That was your brother. What would you do?
Tutor us.
So explain to me what happened, because I told you I'm not a huge sports knower. So what it sounds like you're saying to me is someone was stripped of their title because they tested positive for drugs, and the person
3 times.
and the person who's his brother is whom?
NFL.
He got a brother to play baseball and a brother in the NFL. Well, matter of fact, both of them in the NFL.
Yeah.
He got two brothers in the
So
NFL.
now you're trying to say, how do they deal with each other now? Is that what you're?
Yes. How do you take your younger brother off that? What would you do for? What would you?
Let me tell you something. If you're an adult, you're an adult. And if I'm trying to build a brand and I'm trying to move in a positive direction and you are not about that, you are off doing your own thing, I got to let you go.
But y'all used to be on the playground, playing
Absolutely,
together, playing sandbox,
absolutely.
playing
But
gonna
you
be
can't,
my space,
you
Bob.
can't save somebody who don't want to be saved.
This is very
You
true.
say wash your hands.
I mean, I love you as a brother. I will continue to love you. However, you are not good for my image. You're not good for the positivity I'm trying to bring
Forget
about.
about your image. What about your family?
That's what I'm saying. We can't go out places together. I can call you up. I can come to your house. But as far as being seen in public with someone who's been, who's got these issues, that's not good for you. That's not a good. You are the company you keep.
Wow.
Very true.
Right on. You know I'm ready for this. Talk about this Kyrie though.
Okay.
So we got the Kyrie Isaiah Thomas trade. Are you familiar with these two guys?
So give me a tiny bit of
So
background.
you never seen him at least?
So I told you I'm not a big sports watcher. Nowhere.
You don't watch TV then?
I don't. I try not to.
Because they be in commercials and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
it's not a lot of
You
television.
know who LeBron James is?
Yes.
All right. Ooh,
Only
okay.
because he was pointed out at the fight last night when I was at the party. No, I'm joking, but I know. No, but I know who LeBron James is.
So here's a question off the subject. Would you date someone who's a superstar because of
Absolutely
money?
not.
Oh, you
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you people like soccer?
We like soccer, bro.
I don't really watch soccer. You know, I catch the highlights on ESPN, but I can't watch a full game.
I like football.
Oh, that's what you like? That's what you like?
Yeah, I don't watch soccer. I watch football.
Oh, okay. Mr. European over here.
I just came out. It's nothing.
So Kyrie, he currently he plays for the Cavaliers with LeBron.
Okay.
They're trying to trade him to the Celtics, where Isaiah Thomas plays.
Okay.
Little guy, you know, he do his thing out there on the court.
Okay.
So that's what's going on right now. Kyrie, he wanted to trade. He wanted to be up out of there so he could be the man again.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas, he out there living. He ain't want to trade, but they try and trade him. So that's what's going on.
Okay.
And see, you are a die-hard Celtics fan. Please give us your feedback. So
So they saying trade not final yet because of Isaiah Thomas' hip injury. Cavs like, look, we need a little bit more, either bread or another trade. I mean, another draft, something because of that hip. What's good?
The answer to that question, no. You know what I mean? You knew you had a hip issue. You wanted Kyrie gone. You waited this long. You tried to politic. We already gave you Jay. We already gave you another draft pick, some money.
2018.
Bro, who else you want? The coach? Like Slim, you can't get
2018.
no more players. At
Nah,
the end
I
of
feel
the day.
you.
And now it's like it's no turning back because he can't come back. They done burned the man jersey. His sister died last year. He lost a tooth at the free throw line. That man gave blood, sweat, and tears to the Celtics.
He
To
did.
your team, see.
He did lose a tooth.
Didn't even ask to get traded.
Nope.
And they still burned
And
the
he
jersey.
recruited for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Recruited for
But
them.
I think the reason why is because of the hip injury. Is why they was willing to trade him because of the hip injury.
But that's the thing, though. It's just like
It's a
where's the
business.
loyalty.
They like, look, we got a chance to get Kyrie. You got bad hip. Forget you, yeah.
Y'all dog KD when KD left.
Who was y'all?
You
Yeah, I did.
dog KD.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Not because he left, just because of where he went.
But the same situation. Okay.
Nah, that ain't the same situation.
He was into the Celtics. He was like, okay, I'm gonna do everything y'all want me to do, but now it's out the blue. I'm just chilling, relaxing in Washington, and then all of a sudden he get traded.
He
Pause.
say he good either way. I don't want to trade any more picks.
Now, I feel you on that. They shouldn't
So
get no
see,
more picks.
If the trade don't go through, you good with bringing Isaiah back? That's the first thing.
So to answer your question, it ain't the same for Isaiah and KD. Isaiah ain't trying to leave. He ain't know nothing about it. He wasn't trying to leave. KD
That's worse.
was trying to leave.
But that's worse.
But then he go to the team that put him out the playoffs. That's why I had an issue.
Chrysler making sense. As a Celtics fan,
Yeah.
I'm pissed both ways. You trade the heart and soul of the team.
Right.
First, the worst trade was letting what was the two guard?
Defense dude go. What was his name? Bradley.
John Legend's son. Yeah, Bradley. They let Bradley go, and that was the heart and soul of the team. That was the defense. So for Isaiah Thomas to even stand out, he needs a defensive presence behind the team.
He do.
I mean, because he's 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He can shoot the lights out, but that's he can't check nobody. So he's gonna need help wherever he go, whoever he play. And the Cavs are not really a defensive-minded team anymore.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna see how it go.
So if the trade don't go through, so Wednesday roll around, 'cause that's the final day. So Wednesday roll around, trade don't go through. What do you think about Browns? I didn't see that.
We're gonna touch about the Browns. Yeah, Odell got this injury when he played against the Browns. It was a stupid injury, but at the end of the day, I mean that's a big hell of an injury. But we know what I mean, stay on topic. We're gonna get into that.
So trade don't go through, what happens? As Kyrie, you go back to that locker room. Isaiah, you go back to that locker room.
They can't.
At the end of the day,
What you gonna do?
Wow.
I mean, you ain't get traded, so you got to go back.
At the end of the day, the Celtics can regroup. You know what I mean? Because whatchamacallit wasn't vocal about he wanted to leave. That's just, you know, GM upper management. But as far as Kyrie going back to the Cavs, if I was the Cavs, honestly, I would try to butter him up a little bit to make him want to come back. Because the bigger picture is, I need to know what LeBron gonna do. Because if LeBron decides to leave, we need a Kyrie. We don't need a 5'9" shooter. We need a Kyrie, somebody that can close just like he closed with LeBron in the finals.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. So you have a teacher who will lead to a different company to teach, and then try to come back to you. What would you do?
As an administrator,
Yeah.
we'd have to have a conversation, several conversations first. Exactly. Why do you feel the need to come back? Because we've had that happen at our school. We had a teacher who left, and she would pop her head in, and we would be like, "Why are you coming back? You were so anxious to leave. What are you doing back? I don't think you should be accepted back. You were so anxious. Bye."
Wow.
Bye.
Wow.
Shout out to Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah,
Welcome
basically.
back, LeBron.
Basically.
What you say part of running the business is managing personnel and talent. How the rest of the players on the Celtics feel now?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Celtics, for Isaiah, I think it'll still be all right. His issue probably would be with upper management, but not the team. So I think, that chemistry they got would be all right.
We really don't want you around. We gonna get rid of you. I'm busting my butt out here. You know, my sister died. I'm still playing.
No, I feel you. So that's what I'm saying. His issue was with them, not really his teammates.
Why want to play for you though?
No, I understand. I'm just saying.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because my sister died. I still go out there and drop, 30 or 40 that night?
Losing
And you
team.
lose too.
Yeah.
So my dental messed up. My sister
hip.
gone. My hip messed up. Now you trying to ship me out of there.
Now, granted, they got swept regardless, right?
No, they won.
No, they won one.
Come on, we got, shout out to Mr. Lay.
We got a caller.
Yeah, we got a call.
Yeah,
What's good, young lady?
Young Lay, how you feeling?
I'm good. I'm just poolside right now in South Carolina.
You blowing me up.
Watching y'all do y'all thing. I see the visitors very professional, just like her sister. You know what I'm saying?
You know my sister.
Yeah, I know her sister. I'm a Bowie State alum, BSU.
BSU.
You got excited.
Right now.
Okay. So how you feel about the Cavs though? And the Celtics?
Hey, the Cavs petty, bruh. I mean, I understand what they do, you know, why they doing what they doing, but it was no secret that Isaiah was already hurt. So, I mean, I call BS on that whole situation.
Yeah, so if you the Cavs or if you the Celtics, do you give up another pick, some more money, or another player, or you just say welcome back?
Welcome back. I don't give up nothing else because we already made a deal. You know what I'm saying? Now the Cavs, you gotta man your word no more.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. As a GM, last year, IT said, look, I'm only getting $6 million, but y'all gonna have to bring the Brinks truck next year because I'm killing. I'm 2-year All-Star. I lead the team. I'm averaging 21 a game. So you know what I mean. I need that bag. Everybody getting paid but me, so I want that bag. So as the owner, you say, all right, cool. We let go of everybody. We try to bring pieces around you. You just bring over your boy from Utah. But do you pay that hip injury, or do you go and get somebody that you know, a proven dog that got 2 chips? Well, Kyrie got 2, right?
One.
You got 1?
I got one.
He got one.
I got one.
Okay, been twice.
Yeah, been twice.
I would have gave Isaiah a bag, not the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because one, he can't defend that. So you ain't about to get the top notch. You ain't doing top notch stuff. You doing storm, I give you that. But you getting baked at the same time. You can't be an easy bake oven all day.
So is Kyrie an easy bake oven? Kyrie will give you 30, and Steph had 29. So
What about the Wizards?
Flashes of some defensive stops too.
What about the Wizards trade John Wall for?
He done done it sometimes. Yeah. I ain't saying it's consistent.
Yeah, that'd be done.
But he has the capability
For the
to do
Wizards.
it.
would you trade John Wall for Kyrie?
Well, if I was the Cavs, yeah.
If you was the Wizards.
If you the Wizards.
Nah, you crazy out your mind.
So
John Wall on that level.
So is Kyrie better than John Wall then? Because that's been the argument in the East. They the best 2-point guys in the East right now, but everybody giving the upper hand to Kyrie a little bit.
Nah, I mean, it's overall point guard, no. It's a scorer, yeah, but if you want to go overall, somebody who's going to better the team completely, you gotta give it to John Wall, because John Wall, he dishes the ball, he dishes the ball from assists. He gets rebounds, he defends, and he plays
Triple-double.
offense.
Triple-double all day.
Okay, respect. So at the end of the day, who wins right now? With this trade, does the Cavs win or the Celtics win? If it goes through.
I think the Cavs win. I mean, not the Cavs, I think the Celtics win.
Yeah, definitely.
So hold on. So Mike, just hold on real quick. My arm getting tired. You're heavy talking. Hold on. So look, bro. So you saying the Cavs win, right?
I said the Cavs win. No, Celtics win.
The Celtics win.
Yeah,
Why do the Celtics win?
because think about it, Kyrie is a scorer, and they have Gordon in there, and if they keep the rest of the pieces they have there, they would definitely win the East.
Okay, so Chrislin, I hope I'm saying that right, says Kyrie is a great player, but he doesn't have the heart. So the IT had a heart?
No, Kyrie had the heart. He won the first championship for the Cavaliers, not LeBron.
No, I'm with you. No.
He won. He made a big shot.
She yelling at you.
He made a big shot.
I don't know about the hot though, but he did make the big shot.
He took everything on.
You gotta have marbles. LeBron ain't want them shots.
Right, he took the shots on. He dropped the last 3 to win their first championship, but everybody ran by LeBron like you the man. No, but Kyrie was like, I did it.
He did that.
I did everything.
But did he do the whole series?
He basically, yeah.
So who you think won, JB? And matter of fact, make sure y'all subscribe and follow the Huddle, man. We making some moves, got some new improvements coming up soon. Shout out to Old School at the Redskin game. Make sure y'all follow us.
It's
Who you
tough.
think won?
So if LeBron leaves, overall,
He will leave.
The Cavs probably would have won it if LeBron leave with that extra trade, with that extra draft pick. They come out on the upside because now they can rebuild. But if he don't, then yeah. And if the Celtics make the playoffs and go far in the playoffs, I say Celtics win. So it just depends on.
How can they go far in the playoffs? They won the championship.
From what you hearing,
It depends.
To be honest with you, I have no idea. Like, it sounds like it's a lot going on. There's a lot of strategy involved. There's a lot of injuries involved.
Because you got a healthy Kyrie. And if they go cool, you get a damaged Isaiah Thomas. So now
done.
they like.
They done. The Cavaliers done.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna holler at Mike and then we're gonna wrap it up. What does he say? Gotta remember too, he has a hip injury, and what does it say?
Lands on his hip.
Lands on his hip 70% of the drives. That's true. Hard to imagine long-term success.
Yeah.
Cedar, who you think come out on top with the trade? Hold on, Mike. You still with us?
Yep, man.
All right, so who you got coming out on top? Pause.
Talking to me or talking to C?
You.
Talking to Mike.
Oh, Celtics, man. Celtics, I'm talking about for the East. I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay.
The Bucks.
So he talking about top seed in the East, period.
Milwaukee?
Now that's tough.
Bucks looking nice.
That's tough.
Who they got?
Barring injury, they could be.
They got
could
enough
finish
Bucks.
top 3.
Well,
Yeah.
look, Mike, we about to close up, man, but go ahead and enjoy your vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you on the chat.
Yeah, don't get in that water. All right.
So who you got before we close out?
Man, honestly,
Wizards.
so who I think will come out the East? I think I'm with the Bucks or the Wizards right now.
Who the winner of this trade?
Nah,
If the trade go
If
through.
the trade go through,
Celtics. Boston.
I think they both win. At the end of the day, they both win because Kyrie gets what he wants. The Celtics get what they want.
Boston.
They rebuilding. They rebranding. They got a old boy from Duke who an animal. They got
Boston.
yeah.
Gordon from Utah.
Yeah, they got Gordon, so they're gonna be offensively set. You know what I mean? But they lost a lot of defense. Crowder, John Legend's son. So that's gonna hurt them. But as far as rebuilding, why not go with Kyrie? You in the East, you can make that mistake. Kyrie has a set balance as far as 17 million, I think. So you already know what you're getting.
Yeah.
On this side with the Cavs, you pick up pieces that can improve your team if LeBron leaves, right? But as of right now, LeBron's strong enough by himself to carry in the East. You know what I mean? And they still talking about
You
getting
think
more
so?
picks. He's done it before.
Yeah. They going back
When
to the
he first
playoffs.
got in the league, he went to the chip with damn near nobody.
Yeah.
So now granted, he got a lot more
He's
pieces.
older now.
He's older. He got more pieces, but at the end of the day, if I think it's a
If
tie.
Kyrie leave Cleveland, he has no one else.
Who?
LeBron, he has no one else.
Shit.
Who?
He still got Love. He got IC. He got better defenses.
Shepard want to leave.
He gonna leave. You talking
Okay.
about Whoopi Goldberg's son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Shump, he gone.
Okay, so who you got?
J.R. Smith, they still got a solid pieces. Like they just went to the chip and just won a chip, so it ain't like they garbage.
Yeah. They still got pieces.
It defeat the purpose because they can't beat the West.
So I guess Cedar's with me, and I hope I'm saying his name right. He
Okay.
called it a break. Are you telling us to break? We need to go on a break? I'm just saying. It's even. But at that note,
We're going to end the show out. We're going to thank Alyssa again for coming through.
The information
you.
once again.
Yeah, shout out to Tutor Me This.
Yes, and if you need to contact us, our email is tutormethis1@gmail.com, or you can call me. My number is 240-593-0672. If you're curious and want to know a little bit more about the company, you can visit www.tutormethisllc.com.
It's not
Okay.
4 W's. You know that.
www.
You
dot.
said 4.
Did I?
Yeah.
You sure? Because
I
we
said.
some of the things you said we don't know. You might need that. Just saying though.
Like, shoot, who did teach
thank y'all for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all.
Is the L silent? Is it Amos?
Amos.
Is it?
Amos.
That's an
Amos, yeah, it's alright.
Oh, my bad.
Let me get
them. Shout out to Amos.
Mike's off.